Okay, guys. Somebody you wanted the late night show. Not that I have much to talk about, but the hell with it. I'll just talk for a little bit. At least read chat. I've been watching. I fell asleep after I got the laundry done and after I took a bath, and because I needed that rest. And good news is it did not wake me up. He did not complain about me snoring, so I was able to sleep in. And that was nice because I didn't have to worry about being woken up again. So he was sleeping too, and just kind of figured. And then just Miss Jamie says, "Oh, maybe Michelle was doing laundry." This is 11 p.m. at night. I was like, "Wait, did I say I was doing a show tonight? I don't remember saying I was doing a show tonight. Oh well, I'm here." So the temperatures in the next few days are going to be cooler. Some people are talking about a new hurricane forming called Larry out in the Atlantic Ocean, which may not do nothing to Winston or whatever, but some people are kind of like, are we going to get it? Are we going to get beat up by this hurricane? Honestly, I don't know, and I wish I could tell you one way or another if we're gonna get beat up by a hurricane again in New England. Hi, Bubba, how you doing? Yeah, I know it's late. But then it works out good for you to see you come on the show today. How's it going? So, we already got one person on. How did you guys deal with the rain and wind? Winston didn't do too bad. Well, I just opened up Expose? Yeah, I just opened Expose. We did okay. Nothing major. Just a lot of soaking, some flooding in some parts of Connecticut. But for the most part, we did okay. I didn't really have any major problem. And right now, it got cooled off, and I said, okay, I'm taking the air conditioner out of the window. No reason to leave it in. It says, yeah, but what if it gets hot again? I said, well, if it gets hot again, I'll just put it back in the window again. That's all. No big deal. It's an air conditioner. You can shove it right back in the air conditioner spot when you need to. So that's what we did. It's easy enough to take out. For me, it's a one window job. When I see what one window is that all I have to do is just open up from the porch, open up the bedroom window, open up the window, grab the air conditioner, close the flaps, pull it out, unplug it from the mains, which is plugged into an extension cord, put the air conditioner in the tub, put the tub and the air conditioner into the storage bin right next to the window in the bedroom, put the 3 bricks we used to get to clear the storm window, put those in the storage bin so we can find them again and put them in. I have to admit, having shuffling fun too, that someone else is getting the garbage from the hurricane service. It looks like it might be going to Newfoundland. I don't think it's the so far out to the Atlantic that Larry might just, not become anything serious for us. Maybe Newfoundland, maybe northern Maine. But for the most part, right now it is a Category 4. They believe it's going to be a Category 4 storm. So yeah, it could be a big system, but it may not be making landfall anywhere near the America. It's hard to say. So right now, I'm waiting for Rusty to come in. He went out to do what he had to do, and I was still a little tired, because I did wash laundry. I got it out on the line, but the line's not quite dry yet. So, the temperature is comfortable enough that I just want to lay down and sleep. Yeah, something like that. Something like that here. Not exactly sure exactly. Let's see if we can get the exact details. What is the weather in Winston, Connecticut?
It's currently clear and 13 degrees in Winston, Connecticut.
Okay, so it's a little cooler than your area, but not by much. So, as we look, the temperatures, I'm just going to reach the highs. Today's Friday, it's going to be 20, 23 Saturday, 21 Sunday, 24 Monday, 24 Tuesday, 23 Wednesday, 21 Thursday, 21 Friday. I don't see anything above 24 degrees at this point. So, yeah, it definitely is a little earlier than I usually take out the air conditioner, but it's... Yeah, I know, I am. Hi there, Monica. How's it going today? As you can see, it's still pretty quiet. Not much going on. We haven't had anything going. This might be a good time to talk to you guys, since mostly it's the regulars here. We haven't really done much with any of the people. We had a couple shows with Poe and stuff, but we didn't do anything nasty. And this morning we covered some topics that Andrew brought up, and I pointed out to Andrew about why I do think his argument is flawed. What's up, Andrew? He seems to be told ill will lately. I think he felt like I betrayed him. I think Monica can understand the feeling. I mean, I didn't try to betray anybody. I just kept making mistakes over and over again. Yeah, and I'm a smart person, but I don't always do the right things. I screw up. And yeah. Yeah, well, I'm taking care of a gouty old man laying in bed with an issue with his knee. It's not painful right now, but he's having a hard time flexing it. So, he's got arthritis, and inflammatory arthritis. And he says to me, could I be getting osteoarthritis? I said, well, it's not impossible. You may be getting regular osteoarthritis too, but without actually having a doctor examine you, I can't tell you. He said, well, should I see if I can get them to do a house call? He said, maybe I should have them do a house call. He said, because, Michelle, I don't know if I can make it down the stairs to get to a point right to his office, or her office. I said, well, I'll tell you what, Ed, if I were you, I would call her up. Explain the situation to you. Since you're so close to her office, she probably could just drive her car out to look at you real quick and get you in the medicine and Alpurin all you need. And hi Crow, how you doing? I mean, I haven't been here a lot lately, but things seem to have changed on the surface. They did, but really they haven't changed for the worse. Since Monica for Wool had kind of stopped talking to me, I kind of didn't keep working on the book. I still have the book to finish. I started working on chapter 2. Now, by surprise, a new plot is developing that could easily be suitable for chapter 3. And so I'm wondering if when we should what would be a good way to deal with chapter 3. How you doing, Paul? No phone calls right now. So the book was working on that, and it's okay now that the cooler temperatures are coming in. Maybe I can do some more with it. Right now, unfortunately, I can feel my asthma starting to kick up. Like I don't have enough to worry about trying to take care of it, and my asthma is starting to kick up again. Allergies. I think it's allergies more than asthma, but the two together do not go good at all. I'm really, okay, thank you. We all screw up. That's inevitable. But what is up to us when and how we get back on track? On another note, keep in player chat. Yeah, I made a mistake. Because I was trying to find a way to keep everybody happy. That didn't work out quite that way. I don't know. Like I said, as far as Andrew, I don't know why he's so angry at everybody, and particularly me. It's like, he says, I just don't want to see your channel turn into a pile of garbage, is me paraphrasing him. I'm like, I don't want my channel turned into a pile of garbage either. But I keep seeming to be making the same mistakes, even though deep down I want to try to have everybody be happy. But every time I try to do that, somebody always comes away feeling like I screwed them over, and that wasn't the intention. Yeah. I mean, he says, I mean, I hope you love living with those trolls of yours. Like, Andrew, it wasn't even the intention of trying to continue the same old game with the trolls. That was not even the intention whatsoever. Hello, Kitty, how you doing? I don't think it's even feasible to have phone calls on my channel. But Ed wants to do them on his channel. That's fine, I guess. I mean, right now he needs to get his situation stabilized with his gout. He ate a piece of Supreme Pizza that sent him back again. He said, I never had that problem before. He said, first of all, Ed, you were taking your alpurinol. And unfortunately, you don't have that. And so you need to watch everything that goes inside your gut. Everything. But to keep the uric acid in check. You don't have the prescription medications to basically eat like you want to and not worry about the ramifications. You're using homeopathic remedies that don't work as fast or, are not as powerful as prescription chemicals. And they work, but they only work really well when you yourself make a conscious decision of what you put between your lips. If you put anything high in acidity or high in purines, well, you're gonna feel it. Oh, Taco Man's here. As well, this endeavor won't live or die based on how one person feels about you. Maybe, but the thing is I really care about Andrew as a person now, so I really do feel kind of like, like I hurt him without meaning to hurt him. I didn't even know that it really hurt him as much as it did. I didn't really know. Something similar happened with Patty. I'm going to tell you, she's also a Virgo. And I'm saying this because I still think this is true, even if she did make some bad decisions on her own with her mixed signals. I think deep down, I think Patty did like me, but she didn't know how to approach the situation right. And then she ended up betraying me or hurting her own self and betraying me, which caused me to tell her it was over, and I walked out. And then she was like, I don't think she ever really totally got over that. I think, I still maintain we have a good small community in this chat, and the diversity of interests is strength and not a liability. Right, I agree. But I mean, I don't know what it's going to take for me to really be successful with YouTube on a larger scale. I don't have the thick skin that some of these big guys do. I'm 52 years old. I have health problems. I'm coming through aging like everybody else does. And the constant backbiting is just absolutely exhausting. It's in bed. He's sleeping. How long before I get blocked again for some? That's a good question. I don't know why you were blocked the first time. I don't even know why you were getting blocked. See, this is it. I don't know who was doing the blocking or why. What excuses? He's in bed. That's not an excuse. Yeah, they like the drama. You've heard YouTube has been encouraging drama. And that's kind of sad because that's not what I was really aiming this for. That's the nature of internet relations, I think. Even IRL friendship can be a thin fabric. Yes, I can place my Patreon commercial. It's not a commercial, it's just a link. When we add it, when we post Discord. And when we push to donate. So I don't know. I'm concerned about my own weight too. People don't really think about what I'm worried about my own health. The fact is that this over and over again, this pandemic is just a repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Or in this case, face masks, repeat. Face masks, open, lockdown, repeat. Face masks, open, lockdown, repeat. How long before somebody realizes that it's just basically not helping? depends which one's I mean, Andrew is being demodded. Andrew's gone as a mod. I'm not going to black her. She didn't do anything wrong. But like I said, I don't know how much longer I can go on with this pandemic thing. It's bad enough that sometimes my knee keeps me from being as active as I used to be. Oh, you're right. In most cases, that's true. There really isn't. Unless there is really grubby. It's actually an endless loop. That's what I'm trying to get at. Notice there's no conditional clause in that loop. Wash and rinse. If your hair still feels oily, greasy, or unsatisfactory, wash it again. I don't see here metal cleaving blocks. I don't know. Yes, mine too. And now we have to deal with another reality. The Republicans are refusing to raise the debt ceiling. Oh dear. It's almost like they're saying is they don't want to play politics, but that's actually what they're going to do. They're going to play politics all over again. We only will agree to raise the debt ceiling under this circumstance. I think what the Democrats are going to have to do is raise the debt ceiling in the $3.5 trillion reconciliation bill. It's the only way they can do it. I grew up with a long-suffering father who required a lot of care. It's a lot to deal with. Controlling others is my own comfort. Worked at a hospice nurse too. By the way, what's your astrological sign, Crow? There's a few signs that traditionally work in the nursing field. One of them is my cousin, which is Virgo also. My cousin Lori was also a nurse at one time. I need a rinse for your own protection from people. Well, first of all, why do people hate you? I mean, before I start going on, see, this is the thing that worries me. I don't understand some of the logic. What's going on here? What have you said that makes people angry at you? Taurus. Okay, yeah, Taurus is kind of they have a passion too. And they like a certain way of doing things. It's traditionally Virgo and maybe even Pisces and Cancer that is known most for being the most empathetic, and some Scorpios too. Oh yeah, I guess you can throw some Aquariuses in there too, because Aquariuses are known to be empathetic signs too, even if they are more, their heads are in the clouds somewhere. Fine. I don't know if it's gonna hurt me any. Now, does that mean that everybody's gonna storm out of here now because they gave them a wrench? That's what I'm worried about. Because well, that's because you were helping me out with the show, and with the wrench gives you access to NASQ support group. See, this is what I was afraid of. Kitty gave me the shirt off her back once I had it. I was cold. Well, thanks, Bob. I try, you know. So, anyways, you can see I got my ears on. I actually was able to successfully wash my hair with the ears on today without making the glue come off, which was good. Let's, let's. So yeah, I washed my hair today. Yes, it matters too. There's no doubt. Like most everybody matters. It's just, I don't know. But I'm also worried about something a little different. Which is what's going to happen if they don't come up with the debt ceiling. Already, Janet Yellen is already saying that she's doing extraordinary measures using reserve funding to keep the government running for now. But they have to do something by October 1st, or she's going to run out of emergency measure funds. I used to watch the stream. That was so wild. Everyone got timed out as soon as they chatted, but the host gave everyone a wrench, so after the first timeout, you got wrenched and it never happened again. Yeah, but it also kind of intimidates new people too, because the new people see all these wrenches and they're afraid that they're going to get boinked every time. That's the problem is with that is once everybody sees all those blue wrenches in the chat, the new people that come in and don't want to speak are afraid that they're going to be timed out, thrown out, and so a lot of them don't even participate in the chat, and so that makes it kind of hard. It's just an experiment that just didn't quite work the way I was expecting it to work. I mean, what are you supposed to do? You know? Like I said, as far as my channel goes, I don't like when it gets so wild that I'm afraid to open the phone because next thing you know what, somebody's going to mention the 6-letter word that starts with N. And, and that's why I did that show this morning explaining my viewpoint on the political correctness and the woke mentality and how it's actually backfiring on a lot of content creators. I mean, I'm not going to rehash as I said this morning, but you can certainly go back and watch it. I think I brought up some very good points. As content creators, we're under a lot of applications by our contracts with YouTube to make sure that we have to abide by the terms of service and the community guidelines, and of course, no, but that word just describes an American Indian tribe, but that's not the word. It's the other 6-letter word. What having to do with Afro-Americans cultures. And that issue shows the fact that there's just not much gas left in the tank here, and even normally sober-minded people are starting to fray around the edges. Social credit coming some. I don't know if social credit's going to solve anything. I've heard of it, but I don't think it's going to solve anything. Here's why. Who's going to run it? TransUnion? Equifax? what's the other one there? Who's gonna run your social credit score? Who's Moon Cricket? I hear China has not. So if someone has poor social credit near you, that's kind of dumb. Well, that's just plain dumb. That's not. There's a lot of people in my neighborhood I would rather avoid, but I don't need to have a credit score to tell me to avoid them. Just taking 2 minutes to talk to them tells me enough about the personality to tell me if they're the kind of people I would feel comfortable hanging out with or the ones I'd just rather not. People are losing it. And I don't think this situation with the pandemic, the lockdowns, let's not forget that today the eviction moratorium ends. And they've already starting evictions in several states. At current present time, it's believed there's going to be over 750,000 evictions processed in about 40 of the states. Some members of Congress wants to do emergency legislation to deal with it. Some not so fast. What you need to do is consider YouTube your employer. I do. If I use this N-word at work, I'd be fired. So YouTube is no different from other jobs. Every job has employee policies. Right, that's true. And some of them are hard to explain to people. Okay, like I talked about in the second morning video, because it conveniently had a power failure before you started discussing it, was the issue of using the one video there, showing a video content where the person claimed the copyright on the video, which is rightfully theirs. Yes, that was theirs. I played a minute of their video, putting bass strings on a piano, and they wanted to take all the advertising revenue for themselves. And it's like, why can't we just share the revenue? I mean, it's only fair. I'll give you half of it. It's not like I'm going to make a huge amount of money on it. The friggin' money was allocated for rent support. People didn't apply for it. Some didn't apply for it. The deadbeats. The ones that just used the rental assistance or the rental moratorium just to get free rent out of the deal or a place to live and not pay rent. They took advantage of the deal. The other people that did apply for it, and this depends on the state. Some states are not rushing out to disperse the money correctly. Others are doing the best they can. As of July 31st, only 11% of the money was allocated. Out of $48 billion, only 11% was allocated. Why is that? Exactly. Metal Kitty. Exactly. How long before this apartment here goes up to over $1,000, $2,000? How long before this apartment gets so expensive I can't afford to stay here? What happens then? You're lucky, Bubba. Some people didn't get so lucky. Some states did a better job than others. I'm going to see if Rusty wants to come in. He's outside right now. It's nice, cool enough out there. I'm going to open the door and get some air in here because this computer just throws a lot of heat. So let me go ahead, open the door to the porch, and see if I can get some cool air in here. As I had the house closed up all day because of the cold temperatures outside. Ugh. to set this fan to low to help circulate some of the air that's coming from the outside into my studio here. Oh. So, time for a beer refill, okay? My property bills went up 30% this year. I have done 0 improvements in the property. Nothing available, says Mel Kitty. Papa says you can change whatever rate you want, but you might find that nobody can afford what you're charging, so your property will be vacant. Exactly. Yeah, well, that kind of reminds me of the commercial real estate, like Louis Westman said about New York. Commercial real estates, that they are suffering too because New York City always had high rents anyway for businesses and for residential. But it seems that the problem is that people, well, can't afford it anymore. And with all the lockdowns, people are saying is, why should I have to have a brick and mortar shop in New York City? In places high commercial rent, when I can easily do the job in a small town outside of New York or even in Kansas or Missouri. Big city isn't so great of a deal anymore because thanks to the internet, there's so many people that now do business outside of the city centers. So again, it doesn't make any sense to rush out there and start, big businesses, pay big rents for an office, for example, when you can do the same job by telecommuting and having people work from home. And just have a tiny little office in some small little city center. If even that, depending on the zoning, you may be able to have a home office in your own home that takes care of all the business work for a group of people that work under your company from their homes. There's not the need like it was back in the people had to work in the big office blocks. That the pandemic had proven. You don't have to do that. In most cases, if you do have a big office block, you don't have to rent as much space. That's bad for the landlord. Maybe like in the old days, you would have rented a floor of an office suite. Now you're only renting maybe 2 or 3 office rooms. That's it. So that was where the pandemic showed that telecommuting could be a feasible option for people. Same thing for the brick and mortar stores, for the grocery stores. Why would I have to go to the grocery store worrying about getting infected with COVID-19 just to buy food when I can have Peapod or Instacart deliver the same product to my home, which saves me from getting sick from somebody else carrying the COVID-19 variant. That's the whole mentality. And now, of course, the stores are going, but we're losing money to places like Amazon, Walmart Grocery, and Instacart, and Peapod. Well, because the online stores were able to easily take over because people feel less comfortable going into brick and mortar shops now. So and of course we already know about the great mall apocalypse that already had started long before the pandemic. It started in the 1990s, right? Why go to the mall? You don't have to. Because all the stuff that you would have bought at the mall, the anchor stores like JCPenney's, Macy's, Lord and Taylor, say gallon or whatever, you can buy online now from Amazon or Walmart, and you never have to step a foot in the store. That also, unfortunately, means that there's less impulse buying, because now people are like, I need, for example, a pack of underwear size 12, for example. Why go through and look at all the size 12 underwears to see if there's something that's prettier than I need and make me want to spend that extra money to buy, a more fancy underwear? And I know what exactly I want. I want a size 12, just my size. Go out there online, buy the size 12, just my size. Pay the shipping or whatever it is, tax, and then it comes to my house. And then I don't have to worry about, asking for rides to the store or whatever, because I have it right there. I have it right, it comes right to my house by FedEx. Same thing with grocery shopping. But what worries me, and it does worry me, because it worries me personally, because it affects me, because I'm an older person. What kind of exercise am I getting doing that? If I'm not going to be moving around as much, I'm going to have to seriously cut back my food habit, because I can't eat like I was doing when I was walking everywhere, because if I do, I'm going to be as big as Mama Cass and the mamas and the papas. That's not exactly a very comforting thought. I'm already wearing size 12 underwear. How much bigger do I want to get? That's not a comfort. That's a scary thought. I'm always worrying about my weight. Am I doing the right thing? Am I eating the right foods? Am I eating too many calories? Am I not burning enough? I look at the scale in the doctor's office and I actually cringe, because it's like I'm afraid to look at the thing. It's like it's like it's like a reality meter. Like, how much you say you really weigh? Plunk. Sorry, you lied. Oh, yes, it will. Oh, absolutely, Bubba. No doubt in my mind. Until somebody starts coming up with. Remember back in the old days, you used to have those videotape programs you used to get. No, probably in Blu-rays now, right? Or Netflix, where you would watch, like, Richard Simmons sweating to the oldies, exercise programs that you could do in front of the TV, and trying to work off the weight while doing home aerobics and stuff. Yeah, it's kind of getting to this again. We gotta get those tapes out of the closet, because it's like I got a record. I got an exercise record. I never heard of this instructor. I might just put that on the 1610 Silvermoon radio, just so people can hear exercise routine on a record, just to say, okay, let's go. 1, 2. It's up here. I never played it. I'll just imagine what it sounds like. Okay, lift those glutes. Shake that butt. Shake that butt. Like. I was feeling really well in my weight until it happened. Yeah, I know what, but I understand. I did really well in my weight until I had my knee injury, and then it was like just at the same time of the pandemic. So I was like, all of a sudden, first I was laid up in bed for really doing very little for months, slowly getting myself up to the point where I could go to Cumberland Farms. Didn't really want to cook. Didn't really have much strength to walk. Constantly eating cheese slabs and frozen pizzas. Then I'm like, this isn't good for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start walking around. And then it comes up, and the next thing I know he falls back to his old routine, and the next thing you know he's laid up in, bed again, and it's like, oh, good God, no. So I'm worried about him, so I'm like trying to constantly keep an eye on him, and I just kind of, sour cream, okay. Okay, yeah, sour cream. I like frozen yogurt. I like fresh yogurt if we say. So that's one saving grace. Low fat vanilla yogurt. I would just buy the stuff in the quart-sized containers and freeze them in the freezer, and I would eat that as a snack. But unfortunately, Cumberland Farms doesn't have yogurt, so it's like, oh my god, like what am I gonna eat? So I just kind of like felt like, how long is this gonna keep going on? How many people are gonna die of a heart attack? Not because they really are normally gluttonous, but because they didn't change their heating habits to compensate for the lower activity levels. And next thing you know, they got to keep ordering bigger and bigger and bigger clothes from eBay, Amazon, Walmart. How long is that going to keep going on? He's a big one. He should be able to take care of himself. Well, he does to the best of his ability. But it doesn't meet my idea of taking care of yourself. But then again, that's the Virgo me going like, you gonna what? Well, I gotta poo. I can always use a bucket over here. You're gonna take that. You're gonna clean that. I'm not gonna have the smell of poop in my bedroom because you decided not to take it out to the toilet. Come on, I can't barely get up the bathroom. Yeah, I know. Like, but come on, Ed, you gotta do some walking around. He said, your toilet's too low. I said, I have empathy for you with the toilet being too low, but I'm not the one who put the toilet in the bathroom. That's what it came with when I moved in here. Yes, he does wash his junk. Thank you very much. And the problem is that the hand sprayer is in the bathroom, not in the bedroom. So, yeah, I got some baby powder. Like my old case manager told me, which also was living large. She says, nothing better than baby powder to prevent any kind of fungus buildup down there where it gets moist. I'm like, yeah, I do use that for that, and it works. It does sometimes, but he says sometimes you can get pretty stinky. Sometimes, but usually he just wants to use a commode chair, but we don't have a commode chair. So he actually came up with another idea, which I think is equally frustrating. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but he says, I hope to God that the medical pharmacy can give us the proper equipment. I'm like, oh, I hope so too. A walker for you because you're using my walker right now. He says, I want a riser seat in the toilet so I can easily get on and off the pot. And so that could be useful. Even for me, that could be useful. And like, he said, really? Would it be better if we could move? I'm like, right now, Ed, we're lucky we have an apartment at all. Considering the fact the rent's going up. No, he doesn't miss the bedpan. He just uses a bucket instead in the bathroom, by the bed is a commode chair. That's just no. For a while, Ed was using a litter box. That was the easiest one. We had an extra litter box for a while. He said, "That's kind of messy." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, yeah." I can barely get down the weight. My butt crack. Too much information, and I don't need to know all that. I know. I I don't know. I don't want to get him a big roast out. Just say is that, yeah, he's a grown man to take care of himself, but unfortunately his ideas don't exactly match up with mine. Well, No, it's just an extra litter box we don't even use. It was just empty, so we just put a garbage bag in there, so just can take it, just throw it in the dumpster. The contents. I know. Ew. You're right, and it's better he does it there than you know somewhere else that's less appropriate. Mine, although he's renting it too. Jimmy's letting him stay here for $400 a month, and then I'm paying $800 a month for it. And so it's kind of a combination of both of our apartment. So right now, landlord's getting $1,200 for this place. I don't see him, but that doesn't mean he didn't. He didn't come in here yet. Door's open, so right now he's been in the house all day. I'm sure he's gonna be outside for a while. But it's just like I'm saying is it's just not. I'm not really impressed with that. And he keeps saying to me, he said, "Why do I keep getting these gout flare-ups?" I said, "Because you keep eating the food that you were eating when you were having your alpurinol. You don't have your alpurinol, so you think that you can still eat the same foods like the pizza and all this stuff. You can't." I'm like, he said, "But I thought you thought, but what? You yourself said it keeps setting you back. I don't want to be a vegetarian." He said, "I don't want to have to eat like that. I don't want to have to watch every piece of food that goes in my lips, between my lips. I know that, Ed, but unfortunately right now that's all I can do until you can get the script from the doctor to get you the medications you need to have." I don't know. But I mean, the point is that it's it's just something that he does. And does that have a big? No, I don't think so. He's just he's a 62-year-old man that kind of has seen better days. Well, let's put it this way: he doesn't exactly get much. He's got a lot of hair down there, I can tell you that. But that's all I will tell you. All right. Um, that's the difference between me and him. Is I keep my privates shaved. They are clean because I shave them, and I use lots and lots and lots of soap and keep myself clean. Um, so elephants never stomped on that. They were pretty well trained. He didn't actually work with the elephants. He just kept an eye on them once in a while, but they didn't. He didn't actually handle the elephants. Well, I think it's like the guy from Infographics said is when he was supposedly to be naked for a week, right? He said my girlfriend suggested I should do some manscaping, so I took a razor and I shaved it off, and the thing was like Ross what's his name? Bob Ross's head with curly hairs. I like, oh Lord, yeah. Better to shave. I don't know what that would do. Maybe easier in the skin. Right now he's using a double-edged safety razor. I don't think he feels totally confident yet that try a double-edged safety razor on that part of his body yet. I do it, but I've been doing it for so long with a double-edged safety razor. You know, I got a Gillette Super Speed from 1941. I'm sorry, 1947. 1947. Gillette Super Speed. That's why I shave myself down there. And I never had any nasty surprises because I always keep the blades replaced and fresh and ready to go. But heaven forbid if you ever get a nick down there, that would be really unpleasant. So let's see. Risty is probably gonna be outside for a while with the kitties. I'm sure my neighbor's gonna want to close that door soon too. Seems like pretty quiet overall. Well, for this time of night, I guess it's reasonable. I didn't expect to even do a live show. I just came up here because I decided to just come out here. Maybe I should announce the stream to the public. I did. I mean, to the Discord. Oh. Discord. Really? Yeah, why not? Okay, sure. Let's see. Copy the link. Copy the link, close it. Go over here. Paste it. That's everyone. I don't think there's going to be too many people who decide to test time of night, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Imagine if Ed was trying to do that with a straight edge razor, a cutthroat razor, a straight razor. Definitely a Lauren Baba territory. Whoops! I think I cut off more than I should have, Michelle. I'm leaking everywhere. It's gonna need more than a styptic pencil. I don't think I ever used a straight razor before, but I mean I've seen them. I can tell you using a Chevette would be kind of similar to using a straight razor. Want to build a trillion? Not around the bed. So how do you even get down to the floor to set it up? I can't do it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I'd want to really risk having to try a straight razor to shave. He had a hard time getting used to using a double-edged safety razor because he was like, first time he did it, he looked like he was like sausage meat. And what did you do? Your razor sucks. How hard are you pressing it? What? You can't press too hard because if you do, it'll dig in and rip skin up. Really? I did. I used it like I just did a disposable. Oh man, you don't know. You don't use it like a disposable razor. That is the wrong way. So I showed him with my arms and my face. Look, this is what you do. All right? I even showed him a video I did on this. Don't put a lot of force on it because that's gonna be stupid. Yeah, just let it glide. Just let it glide. Don't put force on it because it'll just take more than you want to take off. Yeah, I know. I know about the trimmers, hair trimmers and stuff. But you don't got one, you're gonna do what you gotta do with what you got. Here's a hint. Um, your standard Noroko has a trimmer. I don't know if it would work too good on that part of the body, but no, I'm not going to shave it. How you doing, Bubba? Can I show you doing today? Well, anyway, either way, so wait for us to come in. I'm tired. I slept after I got done with the morning show. I got to do meals and feet. They like they had absolutely nothing that was compatible for Ed or my diet. So I came back empty-handed. Okay, I went up there and like there was nothing that was compatible for our health. So I just said, screw it. Let's went back here. And then I looked to see what we had in the kitchen. So we made some Boca burgers and the last package of potatoes from Carrie in Lexington, and then and some mixed vegetables we got from the um, community pantry closet, and salt free, so we don't have to worry about its sodium levels. And so we had that for dinner, and then he says, "I don't like these burgers. These vegetarian burgers suck." Well, you bought them, and of course I'm eating them, and of course I'm thinking back at Camp Berkshire, which is part of the Camps for the Blind, and I'm like, which is a Seventh Day Adventist camp, and that brought back flashbacks, which were kind of mixed bag of interesting to repulsive. The fact of the matter was, at the time, the first time I had vegetarian burgers, I got a really bad case of indigestion. I mean, this is when I was in high school. I was like, holy moly! Like I couldn't sleep. I was sick as a dog, and so I went to the camp nurse, and she says, "Oh, you need some antacid." Really? You have any? She gave me some Atlanta. Okay, fine. See if you feel better in the morning. Yes, there's gonna be a morning show. Um, I just figured we'd do a night show because somebody thought we were gonna do 11 o'clock. Just Miss Jamie asked if there was a reason we forgot. She said that she thought there was gonna be a night show tonight, and yes, it's 11 o'clock. I was like, ah, the hell with it. Let's all do something. So, like I said, the Boca Burgers are kind of like a hamburger wannabe. They're not bad, but they're not beef tasting. Okay? They have their own acquired food. Yeah, I kind of see your point. Oh, but food, that prepackaged food isn't necessarily a good choice. But like a lot of people, it's sometimes convenient to store it and quickly cook it. And right now, I don't feel very motivated, energy wise, to do much. You know, you know what I used to miss? I miss going to the soup kitchen and meeting up with people at the table and talking to them and drinking a cup of coffee or a cup of tea. And we don't get that anymore. The morning show is the closest thing we have to that. And so, and then when what happened with the lockdowns, I wasn't getting the social interaction anymore. So, I mean, what am I supposed to do? He said, well, look, I gotta eat something. He said, I can't live on nothing at all. I said, I know that. So he and I are going through the the Cleveland Clinic. We're going through um, the Mayo Clinic. We're going through the CDC. We're going through all the things trying to find dietary recommendations for people with gout without access to their medication, saying that you should not eat this, you should eat this, you shouldn't eat, you should drink this, you should drink cherry juice, you should drink apple juice at least, vitamin C, possibly take some ibuprofen, skip the aspirin because it can actually aggravate the uric acid. Don't eat white bread. Well, that's what he wanted to eat. See, he said, but I used to eat all this stuff before and I never had this problem. I said, yeah, but did you have your alpurinol? Yeah, that's why. Okay. Hi, Rusty. Hi, kitty cat. Yay, the pussycat's here. And no, that is not an offensive word, YouTube. It is a cat. My big kitty cat just came in. You enjoy the outdoor air? Get you some fresh air, kitty. I'm gonna get him on the camera so you guys see Rusty. Yeah, Rusty's fine. He's just getting some kitty tail. Get this camera up here. Come along with me to my little corner of the world. Oh, there it is. Here's the cat camera. Get that up on the screen. There's me first. Here's the cat. Yeah, Rusty the kitty. Everybody likes Rusty the kitty. Big pussy cat. Big happy cat. Yeah. He's been laying with Ed and Lee and the bedroom. I think he knows something's wrong because he's very protective of Ed. He's a Taurus cat anyway. So the Taurus cat is minding the store with the Taurus human. So, yeah. Big cat. Big furry ball fur. Big furry kitty. And I'm trying to see if I can get him on here so I can see him. Okay, that's what it's good to get. I guess he's trying to be comforting. So, yeah, he's just a big cat. Big head, big kitty cat. Do. The YouTube discussions. Chat with no phone. Alright, I'll tell you. Oh, yeah, you forgot we still had this mode. I didn't turn it on, but here we go. Let's put that back on again. So, alright. Okay, move over. Okay, let me close the door to the porch so that my neighbors don't complain too much because it's kind of chilly out there. Ugh. Oh. Okay. So I'm looking forward to winter this year. I hope it's going to be a nice winter this year. Why did he cancel his appointment? Canceled the appointment because he was afraid it was gonna be rained on, and he didn't have an umbrella. And he said, well, I felt like I was feeling better and I was doing better. And then I had that pizza for dinner, and all of a sudden I started having a flare up again. Like, and why do you should have still went? Yeah, but I kind of didn't really want to go because I think I was feeling better. But you only were feeling better because of the efforts we were making using the over-the-counter products and and healthy food choices. And you eat pizza, and then you set yourself back again. You set yourself back. Why you do this stuff? Oh. I love these ears. I like when they bounce. All right. So anyway, the point is that's the reason why I've been telling him you gotta watch what you're eating. Every single doctor said that you can't eat like that anymore. He said this diet sucks, man. I said, well, I'm sorry. You have to do it because there's no alternative right now. Because I can't write you a prescription. I'm not a doctor. I can't tell you that I could give you this Alpurino in the medicine. I'd love to, but I can't. So he rescheduled for the 20th, and he's saying, I still don't feel good. I said, why didn't you go yesterday? Because it was raining, and I felt better. And I said, no, you don't feel better, do you? No. Oh, God. He said, why do I keep making these mistakes? I said, because sometimes I think you just think it's because you feel better that you don't need to go to a doctor, and it's like, that's kind of stupid. He will wise up Michelle when the pain gets worse and worse. Oh, yeah. Then I have to listen to it. I got to get to bed. Good night. I'm going to get ready to go to bed soon, too. It's already 1 in the morning because I got to get up at 8 in the morning show. Or 10 a.m. show. Anyway, so the point is that I wanted to apologize for the people that did not. They was expecting I was going to have a night show. And I didn't guarantee a night show. I just said I had to do housework. And I don't know if I'm going to do night shows on a regular basis because I don't want to deal with the crazy phone calls. I just don't want to do the phone calls. I don't mind doing the chats. I don't mind talking to people in chat like this. That don't bother me. But to sit there and have to sit through those phone calls, some of them which are just downright nasty, I just can't do it. So, the point I'm trying to say is it's nice to see you up here 9 at the 1 in the morning Eastern time, 9 subs. So why don't we do this? Let's kind of carry this over at the 10 a.m. show. If I don't oversleep, I'll try not to. But don't forget, though, I have a shopping trip with Krista at 9 o'clock. Let's see, what's the 9th? 2nd, 7th, next Thursday. Today's rent day. Yeah, I gotta go to get Ed's another $200 from Ed's ATM for him because he's gotta pay the landlord his rent. And he's really excited to know, like, wow, I really saved a lot of money this month. He said because I didn't do those stupid habits of mine. And there you go, Ed. If you save your money like that, you're going to be able to do a lot more with the money. Just like I downgraded the T-Mobile home internet because we really weren't using it, okay? $55 a month for an internet connection from T-Mobile we weren't using because we got the home frontier fixed. I was like, yeah, that's kind of stupid. I'm not really going to spend that kind of money. No, I'm just going to save the $55. I'll just downgrade the plan to a $10 plan So at least I get still some data if I need it. So that came out to be that brought up my bill down $45, and so that means with taxes and stuff, it's going to be closer to about let's see, trying to calculate this. 50, 60, 75 maybe? $75. Definitely better for me. And so that's what we're going to do, you know. But anyway, guys, one more thing I'd like to remind you before I forget is I still would like to continue to see more people come to the shows. I know that for some of you guys, the shows are not always conveniently available in your schedules. So if you guys can make the time to at least watch the reruns, and don't be afraid to comment, and then we'll get back to you as fast as we can. But for now, I want everybody here to have a good night and stay out of trouble. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. if I don't oversleep. All right, so everybody, you all have a nice night now. Okay, thank you for being here for this late night special. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.